Hey guys, so here's the second part to our weekly video, which is drawing mouse. Okay, so there are a lot of ways that you can draw mouse. There's so many ways. I was trying to think of like the basics. And your mouth is an important part other than your eyebrows, right? Because, we talked about in the last week's video about how eyebrows go different ways to show different expressions. Your mouth definitely shows different expressions too, right? So you can have a happy mouth, or you can have just a like normal look. You could be angry or sad or crying. You could do like a kind of thing, right? So all kinds of looks. All right, so your pencil. Okay, so you have your basic mouth, which is a smile. Let me do this one in marker so you guys can see. Okay, you could do a smile. A lot of time in like cartoons and manga, which is like anime, they'll do a smile that's just like two lines with a little gap in the middle that is like a highlight, right? You might have a smile that is a little bit open, right? So maybe there's like just a little bit of an opening. So like a second wide dip, right? Or you could do the same thing with that anime look. You can have a smile that's open really wide. You could add in teeth like on the side. I noticed that if you make a smile and you add in all of the lines for the teeth, it starts to make the mouth look really dark, and it doesn't look quite right. So when you're drawing a smile, usually you just want to do like only a small part of the teeth, right? Or like say I have this smile. Then you could go in and you could do like the upper teeth. And you could do a tongue, which is like an M shape with a little line. So, or you could do like a little bit more of like fangs, right? Those canines. Or if it's an animal. With this one, you could have them be a little bit jagged and off to the sides. Right? You could have just like your basic, straight face, just like a line. You could add in little lines on the sides for the cheeks. You could do like someone who's just kind of talking with an open mouth. You could do like a little circle, like they're whistling. All right, so here, let me give these all eyes. It's easier to read smiles when they have eyes. There. Is that better? Okay. You could do it like that. You could have, say you have someone who is angry, so you could have almost like a sideways then you can have your teeth all jagged. The more jagged the teeth, or like pointy, the meaner and tougher they look. Okay. You could have, a frown. Okay, and on all of these, you can even add in lips, right? So say that I wanted to draw a mouth. Our lips, they actually have like these wide M shapes, right? So say I had my eyes, and with lips, they have almost like this little dip down in the middle, that part right there in the center, and then you have that wide M at the top. That looks more like a mustache. Yeah. And then the curve on the bottom, and that makes them look more like lady lips. Right. The M and the curve. If you have a guy, you could always just do like a very thin, straight upper lip. And you could also do like a little bit of a lip on the bottom. Usually when you have cartoons and stuff, adding the lip makes it look more feminine, more like a girl. So, but boys have lips too, right? So, and you don't always have to have your lines connect, right? Because sometimes even just that like line that doesn't connect suggests, or our brains put that piece of information together to be like, oh, lips, right? Or, you could do that top M and the bottom curve. And see how they don't connect, but even just that is enough to suggest lips. Okay. So there's some different ways. I am going to turn this around, and I think I'm just going to do like a standard straight face expression on my person. Right, so I'm going to go in, and the bottom part of the lips would be right at that line that we cut that in half with. Okay, so I'm going to go in and I'm going to do my M shape. And I'm not sure if that's centered. It's not, because I was doing it upside down and sideways. Okay. I'm doing my M shape. And I'm just going to do like a little M in the middle and do my bottom lip here. And there's some lips. Or you could even do it as something like that, right? If it's more of a guy, if you're a boy, you could even just do the upper lip and then the bottom lip, like that, right? You see how I didn't connect them? But even just something like that is enough to show that there's a face. Or you could give it You could give it more of a smile by angling it up. On the sides, so having it curve up. You could do all kinds of stuff for lips. Okay, now I'm going to go back in. I'm going to add in my original lips, which are more of those M's. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to give mine just a little bit of a curve up to make it look more like I'm smiling instead of just not having a good day. And I'm going to do my bottom lip. That actually makes my lips a little thicker than they are. Being very generous with myself there. Okay. And you can, usually your upper lip connects. You have your bottom lip. Kind of disappears down below. You could also even add in some lines in the lip to make it look more realistic. But it kind of also makes your lips look really dry and chapped, which mine always are. Utah, that dry weather. I think looking at this, I think I like the idea of just doing maybe, there's so many lips. Obviously, I am having a hard time choosing. I'm gonna do just a little bit of my upper lip, and I'm gonna add in my smile, and I'm gonna do just a little bit of my bottom lip. And now I'm smiling. Kind of creepy. Okay. Erase my extra lines here. And move my mouth down just a little bit more. There we go. I like that. That's what I'm going to do. So I did my middle one, did a little bit of a curve up to make myself look, I'm just not really like super big smiling, just kind of smiling. You could also add in a little bit of a shadow underneath your lip, but I wouldn't really add in too much because then it can start to look like you have a mustache. Instead, what I would probably do, if you want a shadow, is to color in your bottom lip a little bit. You could also color in the top lip and just make it a little bit darker. And press down a little bit harder in the middle there if you want to color your lips so that they don't look so empty. Especially if you have been shading in some of the other stuff. If you didn't shade in those things, I wouldn't worry so much. Okay. I think I'm going to leave it there because obviously I keep messing with it because I can't make up my mind. That's what I'm going to do for my lips. I'm going to attach some videos too with even more ideas of how you can do different kinds of lips. take a look, see what you like. And next week, we're going to talk about some more things that you can draw. So we'll talk about, I think I had hair planned for next week. Okay, so we're going to go through all of the things on the face and get our faces drawn. And you'll have a fully done face at the end. Okay, happy drawing. Let me know, message me if you have any questions. Bye-bye.